Hello, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last time we explored the Courageous and saw everything to see. And now it's time to go back up to the top floor and go somewhere. Alright, I think I've seen all the key onboard facilities now. Now all that's left is to tell Toa where we're going next. Talking to Toa in the captain's chair will allow you to both select a destination and organize the party. Regardless of who is selected to Reen's support in battle, Reen will tour the Courageous alone, which means that you can't cook on the board. Why they do this? No idea. How to board, you can access it from anywhere, not available in dungeons or select portions of the story. Check-in, reporting quests, confirm orbital computer, nets AP, which in turn will periodically raise your student rank. Student information, okay, nothing new. I'll have to read information to record it, but... So go here, briefly. And go student information. Yes, it's telling you where everyone is. Cited in Legram. Weird, but it's time to go. Anything to say? No. I think it's just going to be going to Ymir. I can go to Ymir. I can go cinematic settlement and stuff. This is very interesting, honestly. Like, it's a lot more open than any of these games have really been.
Where do you want to go?
I guess I'm starting at Ymir. Oh, wow. Actually, a map that you can look at. Yeah, like early in this game, they were referring to the Krausen province as the West, when it's clearly the East. They very much misspoke. So I guess the reason to go to Ymir first is this has a quest, this has a quest, this has a quest, this has a quest. So Ymir doesn't have a quest, which means if you go there now, you won't miss anything else, anything elsewhere. I wonder how they're gonna justify time passing. Oh, it'd be so messed up if they're the time limit. This is not the type of game to care about time limits, but it would be very interesting. Next level of the snowboard is available. I'm doing that right away. I don't actually think it's a very interesting game, but it's not bad. Oh, wait. Purple dotted? What? What? Those aren't dots. Whatever. It doesn't really make a lot of sense that kids were able to make a snowboard course like this. Obviously the tunnel through the mountain would have been there already because it just would have to be, but... It's just impractical. I mean, the music's a bit much for a non-stressful snowboarding game, but...
I did it!
Anyway, what am I gonna get this time? Something good? Silver Bell. It's not the right season for that. It's not bad, I think. I think it's faster Mirage cast. Yeah. And 25 arts, actually. That's just value by itself. Yeah, 25 arts. What would I swap that for? Saintly Force. Absolutely. Saintly Force is awful. As in, I never use it. It might be good in specific scenarios. But it's going to be a good time just exploring Ymir for a bit. Because there's a lot of people to talk to. Probably. So, Elise is with His Majesty somewhere. Phew. At least that means she's probably unharmed. What a relief. I'm sure you'll be able to bring her home in no time if that's the case. Especially if you're with Princess Alvin. Good luck. We'll all be rooting for you. These stories are flawed. They trust everyone they take everyone at their word. I've heard some truly terrible stories about what's happening out there. But more terrifying still is that there may be more tragedies occurring than we are unaware of. Even before this trouble began, people in this country were losing their homes as a result of Chancellor Osborne's policies. As a resident of a rural village, I know all too well how it feels to be regarded as unimportant by the city folk. Perhaps, in a sense, this war has been going on for far longer than most say it has. Is Osborne good? No. Is the noble faction good? No. Have they explicitly shown, outside of the Jurai zone, they haven't really done a good job of showing the negative impacts of Chancellor Osborne. There really should be a time where we visit, or have by now have visited, a place that he just ran a railroad straight through a town. Like, they need to show that and the impact for it to be more interesting, I think. Because as it is, we know he's not a good guy. But the noble faction seems a lot worse, what with taxes and all that being ridiculous, but... A butler came for that noble. I figured one would come eventually. She should feel bad for making him come all this way. That Alliance airship was a real horror to see flying overhead. The Courageous definitely gives it a run for its mirror, though. It's amazing that you get to fly around in that thing. I could hardly believe my ears when I heard that. Viscount Arcade gave it to you, right? All the complicated war stuff goes over my head. But I know whatever you do, it's to protect everyone, so you've got my support. There you are. You've got no idea how worried we all were when you just ran off like that. It's sad to see that Crow kid really is on the Alliance's side now, though. I can see why that'd frustrate you. I can hardly bring myself to believe it either. They're too pro-Crow. Lady Annabelle, will you not please consider returning to the mansion? You cannot possibly imagine just how worried I've been about you. I can't. I have a promise to keep. A promise, you say? Yes, and besides, this village is far safer than the rest of the country. Is it? Is it really? Even Legram is safer than this place, because it hasn't been shot at multiple times. Why, since the war began, there have only been 2 violent incidents here. Only 2? Lady Annabelle, you must leave out here at once. Please reconsider. Can't possibly. This village. Must go by. Return to the. I promised Kenneth that I would meet him here, so I can't just leave. Either way, convincing Kerrigan to leave me be comes first. You could just say, I want to make sure I think at this stage it's explicitly fiance's brother. Have I bought this yet? I've bought one. I should buy the second. I want to buy Breeze because it's pretty good, but I might get one for free, so I'll leave it for now. But her fiance is his brother, though really they're not going to get married because Trails to Trails to Azure have suggested that he has another interest. So she's going to get together with Kenneth, and that would still fulfill the same noble connection type stuff. I keep hearing this strange dripping sound in the middle of the night lately. It's always coming from outside where the outdoor bath is, too. But every time I go to check, there's no one there, and I can't work out where else the sound could be coming from. You don't think it could be caused by the grudge of one of our deceased, do you? Yeah. Wait, I actually didn't even check properly. Yeah, nothing. There's not a lot of people here compared to what I expected, but that's because it's not a bonding day. Du Cayenne must be remarkably skilled as a commander to be able to lead fighters of that caliber. Like, I know that this is weird, but he doesn't need to be a skilled commander. There's no logic in this connection. He could just have a good commander that he employs. Whatever. It's just bad writing. The more I think about it, the more I worry for His Highness's well-being. I hope the Duke doesn't intend to use him as a pawn in some nefarious scheme. Princess Alphen must have the possibility on her mind as well. Please, do all you can to support her. He doesn't necessarily need to be great. He could be following advice from someone. It's not that crazy. Master Reen, I was most relieved to hear that you were safe and well. You seem to have a penchant for overexerting yourself, much like Lord Teo in his younger days. Haha, even if you aren't related by blood, you are clearly his son. Weird. I'm gonna go here, see if... Oh, it's an indoor bath, not outdoor. Bye. These days, I feel like I'm being watched. It's kinda unsettling. It only ever happens at night, though. Creeps me out every time I think about it. I wonder if it's those mountain spirits in the old legends. So that's gonna be a quest at some point. There's gonna be a quest, and it's gonna be like a monkey. I hope it's not a monkey, but it could be. I'm doing this to refill craft points. I thought I banished... No, I didn't banish him. I banished Gaius from the party temporarily. I should actually try this. Put them apart so they can potentially get good attacks in lines. I don't know, it might not be the best setup, but it's different. Variety is the spice of life and all that. There's just not a lot happening in the story right now, because it's sort of a pause to begin a next arc. The path you've chosen to walk is a difficult one indeed. History has proven that much. Joining hands with both sides in a war and working towards a future where we all can live in harmony is no easy feat. It is, however, a noble goal to work towards, and one I can only hope you will be able to succeed in. Go forth and follow the path that you believe in. If you do not falter, I am certain you will succeed. I'm so glad you're alright, Reen. I mean, I'd heard you were, but now I can truly relax after seeing you for myself. I thought you were just being reckless when you flew off in that airship. I should have known you had a plan all along. You've grown really strong over the years. I doubt I have any reason to worry about you anymore. Anyway, I'm sure you have plenty to do, so I should probably stop keeping you. May the goddess light your path. Yeah. The whole war is kind of a flawed plot point or plot line, because they want it to be like, oh, help both sides come to terms, but one side is, to this point in the story, one side is more directly shown to be harmful than the other. If they showed the direct harm that the Chancellor has caused in the country, because the people within the Empire, they don't care about attacks on Liberal. That doesn't matter. They only care about their personal safety. Hey, Reen, I heard you guys are the ones flying that Courageous around. You've got something big up your sleeves again, don't you? I swear, every time I think the stuff you get caught up in can't get any crazier, you prove me wrong. Sure feels like it, doesn't it? We've come so far since it all began. Still, I genuinely believe we can make a difference in a way that no one else can, even if I'm not sure what that way is yet. I know everyone here must be worried about me, but it might be a while before I can come back. Aw, don't sweat it. Doesn't matter when you come by, you'll always be welcomed home. Reen, you're okay. And you saved your highness too. How cool is that? Think Master Yoon will take me in as his student someday too? If he does, then I can grow up to be just as cool and strong as you. I think you're overestimating me a little. I couldn't have done half as much without everyone's help. But that doesn't stop you from being cool. I bet Yoon is gonna be really proud of you. I sure hope so. Feels like I've learned a lot while I was away. Putting all he taught me to good use is the least I can do to put a smile on his face. I mean, if it wasn't for everyone else, Reen would have gotten captured. They wouldn't have killed him because they're not going to kill him. Like, he would have gotten captured, he would have never escaped, and then bad end. But it was, he only did half of the work. Lord Reen, good to see you're all right. We were very fortunate that no one got hurt during the attack the other day. As always, no one gets hurt. It was quite the eye-opener to see firsthand what kind of people are fighting under the Alliance. I just kinda. It's like kind of, and becomes kinda. It's funny. It's terrifying to think of what they might do if they win this war. What kind of chance does anyone stand against people like that? Oh, I mean, they're not going to kill you. They're just going to tax you to the point that you have no hope. Impede 2, baby. Oh yeah, I got that item from Sharon. I guess I can give that to someone else. Black Virtue. Attacks and crafts can cancel arts 90% chance. Delay +6. Very good. Black Virtue. And Impede 2. And now the game is over because I will be able to impede everything that has over like a 50%. Like 100% of the time, if they have over 50%, they'll be delayed. Obviously not 100%, but is it really true that you were able to rescue Princess Alphen? That's our boy. We were all really worried about you when you went off to that big airship all of a sudden. But we wouldn't have been half as nervous if we'd known that was where you were going. But we wouldn't have been half as nervous if we'd known that was what you were going to do. You really are amazing. I wasn't actually planning to rescue her when I went. Don't even bother, she won't listen. I need to buy Imperial Chronicle. Crackers. A recipe for crackers. Why? I mean, you need a recipe, but it's still funny. Who is going to be into Manly Munchies crackers? Is it going to be Eustace? Crunchy rice cracker. That could be anyone. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. I'm thinking of when they had books you read to become better friends, not foods. Though, there are people that are going to be better at cooking that food, so. What I need to check, though, is Imperial Chronicle. Skim it. The Noble Alliance dominates in the west. Same. Ferocious week-long battle. General Le Guin and Bardius. Oh, what little damage they sustained. They probably took a lot more. The Azure Knight showed up. End is in sight. Supposedly, civilian casualties are currently thought to be minor. Lengthy conflict between the Provincial Army and 4th Armored Division by the Twin Dragons Bridge. Strongest Division, raising tensions to a new high. The Provincial Army has had no choice but to label them as a rebel army. 3rd Armored Division is also refusing to end its occupation. Imperial government negotiating with Crossbell. Courageous is unknown. Yeah, not a lot. Some of those are like the combat in near the Twin Dragons Bridge is probably a little relevant. But other than that, there's not a ton. Who's good at cooking rice cracker? Oh, okay, it makes sense if it's Reen. Because of the... I was actually going to think use this as well for like tea. But Reen makes sense because Kafai and all that. I have to go to Ymir Valley to fish? I don't think I do. Okay, I don't have to fish at Ymir Valley. This is not going to take much longer, actually. Because there's a lot fewer people that need to be talked to than I thought. Because there's no students sitting around doing nothing. The Viscount informed me of your intentions. Finding your own way through this war, are you? We are, both as students of Thors and citizens of the Empire. We feel we have a duty to do whatever we can. Haha, now that's my boy. Go forth and follow the path you believe to be righteous. I'll be patiently awaiting your return. We've let all the villagers know what you're planning, Reen. Naturally, you have everyone's full support, so you needn't worry. Take care of yourself, and remember, you're always welcome to come home and visit whenever you want to. Okay. It's kind of sweet, but it's also just repeating the same information that we already have, that his family loves him. Back, how is everyone? Woof. Wow. Everyone can be... how everyone is doing can be summarized with a singular woof. I'm gonna fish real quick, just while I'm waiting.
I could probably fish here.
Yeah, I'll do a quick bit of fishing, just while I'm here. So, after I finish fishing, I might not do all... I'll do all 5 fishing probably, but after I fish, it'll be time to travel somewhere else and go to Zender Gate, I guess. Which is that the gate for Nord? Because there are people there. The Mint is there. Gambler Jack Chapter 8 is there. Barrel is also there. Ooh, Black Bangle. Yeah, and there's the quest with Gaius that needs to be done there. That's the next location I will go to. Yeah. There's a whole Black Records thing that I might look into plot-wise. Because it's something that is relevant for the next game. But I just really
Not what I had in mind.
don't agree with hiding stuff behind playing a second time. Sorry. One more to catch. So the black records that you can collect have something to do with the Arner family. Which would be the Empire. I'm not going to read it now. I'm not going to read any more than that. Even myself, I'm not going to spoil it. But basically, I'm going to try to look into it before the end of the game. Or around the end of the game. And I'm going to try not to forget. But it's time to go back to the Courageous and travel to Zender Gate. Nope, wrong button. The default should be choose destinations. Yeah, here.
Full speed ahead.
Do. Can I ride the motorcycle?
Let's get going.
That's kind of messed up. Oh, look at that. Look at this. He can really spin. That's impressive. It's a weird truck. It's either O1Z or O12 NRD, which is Nord. We're off to deliver supplies to the watchtower. Nah, I'm kind of excited to head back there again. It's been ages. I've got a lot of bad memories of the place. I mean, first it gets shelled, then it gets taken over, all in a year. But still, I spent years working with friends there. So I guess you could say it's got sentimental value. Ah, yes. Yet another scenario where the Imperial Liberation Front killed people. And this is one where they explicitly killed people. Which is kind of even less of a reason that Green and friends should be like, yeah, we gotta stay friends with Crow, obviously. Because, like, Crow's desires are great, whatever. But getting a bunch of other people caught up in it is kind of like, why do they still want to be friends with him? Sentimental value. We're not going there to have a party, you know? We're going there to work. We need to be extra sure we have exactly the right amount of supplies we're supposed to. What if you have a little extra? It's not that much of an issue. Yeah, I know. Alright, give me half of those and I'll check them. Sooner we finish, the better, right? Yep. Just make sure you don't make any mistakes, okay? Is there going to be a quest about supplying... Sorry. The motorcycle's broken. I wonder if there's going to be a side quest about supplying food and what supplies to the watchtower later. The alert level here is at level 2 right now. Battles still take place now and then, but nowhere near as frequently as they once did. We can finally get supplies delivered too. It's all the difference in the world. I'm relieved to see you're all well after what happened last week or so. Unfortunately, we can't publicly support your efforts aboard the Courageous. But just so you know, I'm rooting for you. We all know what it feels like to wonder how our family and friends are doing now, after all. Yep, everyone wonders. Go to the right first. I need to get northwest door to get Gambler Jack, which would be this direction, so I can go left first. Oh, you're the student from Thor's. I've heard all about what you've been up to. We may not be able to officially give our support to the Courageous exactly the same line as the guy outside, but we're all expecting great things from you. If there's anything we can help with, don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be sure to see what we can do. Thank you very much, ma'am. Is this a RMP officer, I think? Oh, hello. You're all looking well. I hear you've been rather busy, too. We've finally been able to establish contact with the Railway Military Police. That opens up new options for us on how we can proceed from here. Something we'll need to give some serious thought to. Naturally, our final goal is to defeat the Alliance and free His Majesty, but there's still much work to do before that. That concludes the message from Captain Claire. I see. We've finished sorting things out here for the most part too. At the moment, our focus is on assessing the situation. The hardest part of this war has yet to come. You can count on our full cooperation. Huge advantage being able to contact people. Oh. Those damn Alliance idiots keep going on about how they're going to guide the Empire in the right direction. What? By allying with terrorists and making backroom deals with the Republic? Where's the justice in that? I can't wait to drive them out of the capital for good. I mean, nominally making deals with the Republic that aren't, to murder people would be good for the country. Like, Erebonia would be better if they had a closer relationship and weren't constantly about to go to war. All the equipment at both the Vendor Gate and the Watchtower is now fully operational. Phew. As the officer in charge of making sure it happened, that's a huge load off my mind. I owe a lot to Little Mint in particular. It was nothing short of a miracle that she was able to fix the Watchtower's communications equipment. I heard she caused 3 explosions in the process, but I'll overlook that in light of the end results. So that's the guy I need to talk to get a book. One dude here. It's calm down here, which is good, but all this free time gives me more chances to worry about my family. I come from a town in the country, you see. My little brother's over there too. I hope he's doing okay. It's not that I want things to go back to being busy as they were, but it did have its benefits, I guess. And they're not gonna have anything new. I should really check the shop just in case, though. Yeah, nothing new. I always want to check this on the off chance that it's higher value. Then into here. She's here again. Toma brought me here on horseback, but as soon as we got here, Dad started being a jerk to him. I really enjoyed the trip back here, too. Riding really fast like that feels so amazing. If that's how he's going to be, I'm not going to talk to him. I'm actually supposed to be on guard duty at the hallway. Tank Officer Hoover insisted he wanted to do the job. Wouldn't take no for an answer. He told me to come in here and get something to eat instead. The tank officer acting as a sentry is basically unheard of. I hope he knows what he's doing. So there's going to be some elaborate reason he did that. You just fell for my daughter, didn't you? I know that look. Now, you listen here. Charlotte's a sweet, delicate young lady, which means it's my job to keep guys like you away from her. I refuse to let her be with any man who can't best me in a fist fight. This is the only way I can protect her from the men of the world. I don't know. I think leaving her with someone who theoretically could do more punching damage is not necessarily a better choice. Why can't she understand that? Like, I don't know. Obviously, looking at it from that perspective is not good, but I finally found the time to pick up a book recently. I even managed to finish reading it. I'm not going to read it again, though. So do me a favor, take it off my hands. It feels like I'm finally back to normal. To really be celebrating too much. Yeah, nothing. Okay. That's it for the Vendor Gate. Will they let me fast travel to the Watchtower? Because that's where I should go next. Oh, no. I should go to the stone pillars.
Let's get going.
I think this is slower than a horse.
Let's get going.
Oh, wait, I wasn't doing... It probably wasn't
Let's get
slower than a
going.
horse.
Yeah.
It was probably just more awkward because I couldn't move without pressing the right bumper. Apparently, Beryl is at the pillars. Fortune teller. I have to go all the way around. Let's just do this real quick. 1, 4. It's about 4 seconds.
Let's ride.
1, 2, 3. It's about the same speed, I think. The horse controls way better, though. So after I get off of it, I will stick with the horse probably in this zone. Yeah, the motorcycle's not bad controls, but it's not great. And if it's faster, it's barely faster. It should be way faster, though. Whoosh. Yeah, but the controls are just kind of Slidey? Oh, so you managed to find me after all. Hee hee hee. So this is where you've been. Right. It's dangerous for you to be here by yourself. And on foot, no less. I mean, think about it this way. In theory, she's also a military academy student, which means, in theory, she should be just as good as in a fight as you are. So she should be fine. But whatever. And on foot, no less. On foot is a solid complaint, but... Oh, I was most certainly not on my own. Need I remind you that I have a guardian spirit watching over me? One powerful enough to scare off monsters that might approach me with ease. Celine, you're absolutely sure this girl is not a witch? There's no doubt in my mind, which is why she puzzles me so much. Okay, moving on. Why don't you and your guardian spirit join us aboard the Courageous? I can promise you it's much safer there. Teehee. As tempting an offer as that is, I'm afraid I have to decline. At the moment, I'm trying to discern whether or not this war has disturbed the spirits lurking around the country. There's no need to worry about me. I'm more than safe wandering around. All alone, as you put it. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence. If you say so. Just do me a favor and try not to get in harm's way. And if you do get caught up in something, get in contact with us as soon as you can. Very well. If a dire fate befalls me, you shall be the first to know. I'll use my channeling powers to transmit all the necessary gory images into your head to make you aware of my situation. Or maybe just call my Arcus or something, you know. Either way. The spirits are more restless, sign of impending disaster, or something more sinister. Dangerous. But now it's time to go to the Watchtower. The fast travel's kind of nice. Why it exists is weird, but... Okay, 2 people outside, 1 person out front. Is one out front mint? Yep. What is this guy looking at? Is he bird watching? The Watchtower is fully operational again. For now, the 3rd Armored Division is looking after it. We can't afford to lose it again. Zats and Manning probably aren't the happiest about that. No one likes feeling like their job was taken from them. But that's how things go sometimes. Same thing. Locals used to be stationed here. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened here since the Noble Alliance withdrew. We can't afford to let our guard down, though. We all know they're nothing but a bunch of cowards who like fighting dirty. Things may seem peaceful, but that's all the more reason we need to act as though we're living on a battlefield. But again, what are you looking at? You can't see anything except for maybe birds. I guess you could spot an airship, but if you're looking for an airship, a broader view is probably better than a longer distance view. If you're standing here, it might make sense. You'd be looking at that, but whatever. Just classic nonsense. Okay, I guess let's talk to her right away. Oh, hiya guys. Hi, Mint. Glad to see you're still keeping well. What did you come all the way over here from Zender Gate for, though? Oh, I came here to help them fix stuff up. The Noble Alliance wasn't very careful when it was using all the machinery here, so a lot of it's been acting up. I'm all done with that now, though. Sometimes I forget that you really are Instructor Makarov's niece. Everyone has at least one redeeming feature, I suppose. It was easy peasy. But, forget all that. What are you guys doing here? Well, actually... Reen explained that they were traveling around in search of other Thor students to fight alongside them. You're flying the Courageous around? That's way cool. Sure, I'd love to come. Not right now, though. How come? Well, I went and lost something super important, you see. I'm supposed to be trying to find it as we speak, but there's no sign of it anywhere. But until I found it, there's no way I can leave. Something important? That's certainly concerning. What should we do, Reed? We could come back, but I'm pretty sure it'll be found faster if we help her look. Would you mind if we helped you look, Ment? Would you? Thank you. That'd be amazing. You must have an idea of where you lost it, right? Any place we could start would help. You lost it somewhere inside the building? It's awfully quiet. What happened to the other soldiers? Oh, I told them to stay out of the way so I can carry out my search. They all went back to their rooms. They're probably still working though, so I wouldn't worry about it. Right. Anyway, what exactly are you looking for? It's a wristwatch. Uncle Makarov gave me it when I enrolled at the academy. I've had it with me ever since, mending it on my own whenever it broke. Really? We've got quite a wide area to cover, but we'll just have to work our way through a little bit at a time. Could you focus on searching around here? We'll work our way upwards, one floor at a time. Righty-ho. Righty-ho. It's radio. Whatever. Thanks a bunch. It's just kind of weird. Where could that watch have gone? Looking for it, nothing new. Okay. I guess I go this way first. Could this be just some iron filings? Oh, I can't even swing my weapon here. That's weird. Okay. There's one here. I assume there's not. Oh, it's right on the outside. Hey, I think I see something in the duct. Lid of some juice. Sure. I mean, I'm wondering if the end point is it was on her wrist the whole time or something. Because that seems like the type of punchline this would go for. Camera. Camera. That looks promising, and it's a coin. Maybe it's from the casino in Heimdall? Either way, it's of no use to me. Better put it back. Casino in Heimdall. Please no casino game in this game. Because grinding the casino for items is not very fun in this series. It's not fun in reality probably either, but that couldn't be it. Scrap metal. One more at the door. This is a pretty crummy mini quest. What's this? Signed picture of a pinup girl. This must belong to one of the soldiers. I guess we're checking the rooftop. It's pretty weird to say. We've explored everything, except we actually haven't explored everything because there's more to explore. Why? Did a crow take it? Is that what it's gonna be? Well, we've come all the way up here. But I'm pretty sure if it was on the roof, we would have spotted it already. Except it could be behind the machine, but whatever. I certainly haven't seen anything. I don't think something as flashy as a watch would be easy to miss, yeah. Did anyone else see some sort of glint? I saw it. Oh, it did it again. It has to be. I think it may very well be. Sure wasn't expecting to find it all the way up there. Now we just need to get it. They informed the soldiers of the watch's location and were able to successfully recover it from the antenna. After doing so, they of course returned it to its rightful owner. I can't believe you really found it. Thank you so much. You're welcome. How the heck did it get attached to that antenna of all things? Oh, maybe it got caught while I was doing maintenance on it. Whoopsie. Silly me. You really are a klutz. Yeah, a klutz who loses a wristwatch at the top of an antenna at the top of a watchtower, sure. What a waste this ridiculous scavenger hunt turned out to be. Eustace, you found the watch. That's the only thing this scavenger hunt would have resulted in. Yes, it was a waste of time anyway, but... well, at least you found it in the end. So, would you be willing to come with us on the Courageous now? You can count on me. And don't you worry, with me on the job, this war will be over and everything will be right as pain in no time. I think that should be right as rain. I hope the Courageous doesn't fall out of the sky. I'm suddenly feeling very nervous. She has been welcomed aboard. It is now time to go to the lake. I can't do that from here, I guess. So, let's just go Courageous and then teleport from there. Oh, I didn't push the button because I'm dumb.
Where do you want to go?
That's where I need to go. And I guess there's nothing else anywhere else, so.
Leave it to me.
Okay. I'm not going to probably start the quest today, but I'll talk to all the people in the area. Boy, that one was scary. I've never seen a monster like it, if it even is a monster. I've never seen anything like that either. This would happen while Lakan's away, wouldn't it? Every time we think some shred of normalcy, something nuts happens. Make sure people are safe. Bizarre monster lurking near the statue on the highlands. Monster soldier of some kind. Oops. Would you like me to teach you how to make a healthy hot pot dish we make here in Nord? It uses fresh milk and is supposed to be very good for you. Maybe you could try making it yourself. Have Gaia show you. Hearty milk hot pot. Thanks, Sheeta. I'll be sure to make this whenever I find myself missing the taste of home. Pretty sure we learned that one in the previous game, so learning it again is kind of funny. Some people have suggested that we head back south now. I'm not too sure if we should be doing that myself. I mean, Erebonia's civil war still hasn't ended, has it? The last thing we want is something to happen to the children. I think we should wait a bit longer. And then it's the elder's wife. The location of the settlement is a matter of vital importance to all of us here. It determines how we're going to spend that season. how we'll raise the children, all kinds of things really. This winter's a very unusual situation though. Only time will tell what we end up doing. Talk to her. What do you want to play next, Zaku? Oh, I know. We should go and see how Gwyn's doing. So this was the horse that ran away previously. It seems vicious monsters are roaming the highlands still. Akan's out there doing what he can, but there's only so much progress he can make by himself. I feared as much. There's no need for such a faith. I trust that he'll always return to us, no matter the danger. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Now that the Alliance forces have left the Highlands, life here is pretty much back to normal. The Highlands are still kind of dangerous though, so leaving the settlement remains forbidden. But even so, everyone's a lot livelier these days. There's even been talk about returning to the south again. I'm really happy everything is starting to come together again. We owe that to all of you, you know. Do-do-do-do. Discussions have started in the settlement over whether or not we should return south. I'm very much in favor for it. Then again, there's Erebonia's ongoing civil war. I'm not sure what the right choice here is. I mean, they're very much stressing this, which suggests that it's central, but I don't think the quest is going to do that. Now that the Alliance forces have left the Highlands, life here is pretty much back to normal. The Highlands are still kind of dangerous though, so leaving the settlement remains forbidden. But even so, everyone's a lot livelier these days. There's even been talk about returning to the south again. I'm really happy everything is starting to come together again. We owe that to all of you, you know. I don't know. Obviously I know nothing about the nomadic life, but it's clearly not that cold despite it being winter. And I assume they move south for summer because it's warmer, but like, there's no ice, there's no snow, and they're going to move back here for summer anyway. So I don't know. I would probably be like, we should just stick it out here until... Wait. Okay, it's just they look the same. It's a different person. Like, just sticking it out instead of moving and then moving back would probably make sense in my mind. Discussions have started in the settlement over whether or not we should return south. I'm very much in favor for it. But then again, there's Erebonia's ongoing... Oh, I already talked to her. I did. Okay. I thought it was a different person. Empty. I have some fishing to do. Oh, I have to go back to the trading post to buy Gambler Jack. Chapter 7. Which would be that far one. Gambler Jack, well, chapter 7. Can I teleport to the fishing point? I don't think I can. There's a quest in the cabin, but I'll pick that up and do it next time.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Lily's really happy to have made a new friend, but now playing with her is no fun anymore. I can't ride a horse. I could just follow them on foot, but that's boring. What should I do? Learn to ride a horse.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Is there a new fish? Does not look like there is a new fish here. Oh. It didn't restock. That's weird. Anyway, it is what it is. So, that's the end for today. The story is gradually making progress, but I mean, it's just the start of an arc within an arc, so it'll take a little bit to really get going. So, wrapping up here, so have a nice day. Bye-bye.